I think physically strong enough, most definitely. This is a very tough. I mean, Davion McKnight is a tough fullback type player who's going to get downhill, and he's a good scorer too. He's a lefty. It looks good.
Yeah.
so
he's
all,
the guy that
all
sets
over
the tone, I think, for the backcourt's toughness. When you say like this is going to be a tough unit, I think we all feel that way because of Davion. Like he's the guy that makes you feel like they're going to have a tough backcourt. Quincy is a shooter. He's a scorer. He's a little bit bigger in terms of his overall physical size. He's like 6'4" probably with decent length. But I don't think he's an exceptionally physical player. And obviously Trey Green is very slight of stature, only 5'10", probably like 155, 160 pounds. But I don't know if I'd say he plays with toughness, but I think like he kind of has that bulldog mentality that he's very competitive. But again, it all goes back to Davion.
How many times per practice do you think you and I look at each other after something that Trey Green did and we go, oh, all right? I'd say it's 3 to 4 times a practice.
Yeah, multiple times every single practice. That is for sure. I mean, he's been fun to watch.
I know that's not the question here, but just talking about the backcourt, Trey Green has been very, very fun to watch. I'm really interested with Trey to see how his size translates defensively. And you can tell just the way the coaching staff is working with him during some of their sets, their drills, what they're going through with him. You can tell that they're trying to adjust for that because they know that that's just something that naturally he's going to be at a disadvantage with. But if he's able to overcome that, if he's able to grow through the season with that, and especially in the Big East play. But again, you look at the tests that he's going to have right out of the gate, Purdue, Houston. If he gets minutes in those games, I've been broadcasting so many soccer games, I was just about to call it a match. If he gets minutes there, like that's going to be massive to me, at least in my mind, for his development right away, because you're playing against some pretty good backcourts.
Yeah. Oh, well, and you ask, are they going to be physically strong enough for Big East battles? Well, last year's group was Sule Boom and Adam Kunkel.
Yeah.
Not exactly who I go to when I think of toughness for the Big East. So this group is going to be physically tougher and better defensively and stronger than last year's group in the backcourt. In terms of their basketball IQ, I think this is an interesting topic to bring up because one of the things that I think I've been most pleasantly surprised by since practice started is the ability of Davion McKnight and Trey Green, quite honestly, to play at this really fast pace that Sean Miller wants to play at. We saw them play pretty fast last year. I would call it more opportunistic than like playing full court the entire game, but still they tried to push the ball in transition when they could, certainly. And he said in their season preview to the Almanac, which is the preview publication put out by the Field of 68, Sean Miller said he wants to play at a breakneck speed this year. So that's not going away. They're going to play really fast, and we've seen that in practice. They're flying up the court. I think Davion McKnight has settled into that system really well. I mean, he hasn't skipped a beat at all. He's done really well taking care of the basketball, not turning it over a lot, and also making good, quick decisions. Trey Green, for a freshman, asking to play fast like that, we'll see what happens when you actually get into real games. Like maybe they'll have 25 turnovers in the first couple of games. We know they turned the ball over a lot in the Bahamas. But so far in practice, I think that's probably been my most pleasant surprise is the way the two point guards have handled the speed of the way they want to play now.